Well, the reason I didn't like underground was my dad was supervisor, and they had a rock fall, and I was not familiar with mining, so he sent two guys with me. And what you have to do back then, they quit using timbers. You look at old pictures, you see these wooden timbers. Well, they didn't use them anymore. They drilled holes in the rock, and they had a pin that was split on the end with a wedge. And when they would go up in there, that spread it out and held those rocks together. The only way you would know if they were weak, they had a device that you could put on the nut on the bolt, and it would tell you whether or not that was the situation you had on that particular rock. Well, they had this rock fall, and at Docena, the coal was only 3 foot high, where they mined the coal. Now you have in a mines a area out is what's the area that you're traveling in, and the cars are traveling in. They're pretty big. I mean, they're maybe 9 foot high or 7 foot high, and tracks are out there. But the actual coal is coming from back in under this 3 foot deal, and that's where the rockfall was. And the men that work in there, they work on their back mostly. Their machinery is built where they can lay on their back. Well, when they got there, then the men told me to get down, and we crawl. I didn't know you had to crawl, and we crawled back into the area that you had the rock fall. Now the rock fall was on one side, and these men were still working on the other side of that wall. They were around behind there, digging coal. Before they can blast, they have to blast and break the coal up, and then it gets on the machine and it goes on out. They have to turn your lights off. Well, they called out all lights off, which means the lights you have on your head. The reason for that is they have a little lamp that has a flame in it. And when they open that up, if there was gas in there or anything, that flame is going to show that there's gas. And if it's not, that they're ready to shoot. I had taken the position and leaned against this little wall that they hadn't dug. Didn't know it when they was fixing to shoot, and they shot. The wall began to shake. I'm leaning against. Now I'm in 3 foot, hundreds of feet on the ground, and it's doing this. I made the statement, "Good Lord, I will not run and embarrass my daddy, but I won't ever come back in here again." And that is why I did not go underground again. I left, and they gave me a job on the outside.